So every time I talk to you, my head turns into a popcorn machine and all these ideas start popping in my head. So be- I know you. A lot of people watching us may not know you. So tell us like your origin story, how you got started in this whole viral thing. And, you know, if you want to talk about like 1 million followers, that's how I heard of you. Because when I read it, I said, there's no way. Like the title, 1 million followers, and you got 1 million followers on Facebook, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In 30 days. And I'm like, no way. So I'm like, I'm going to see. And then I saw it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to read his book. And I read your book. I was like, that was really good. So like, how did you get started in on this whole journey to be, in my mind, the ultimate viral scientist?
So initially I wanted to be a film producer. So I went to film school, and this was around like 2003, 2004. And at the time and still holds true today, they don't teach you anything about business in film school. And I wanted to be a film producer. I thought you needed to have some foundational aspect of what it means to run a business if you're going to contribute to the business side of the entertainment industry. So I just figured while I was going to school is just to create a few internet companies just to learn and experiment, to understand what does it take to get something off the ground, what does it take something to run something. So I started a few internet companies while I was in college, and then I moved to LA in 2005 to pursue a career in film. And like everybody else, you start at the bottom. I was making coffee, copy, deliveries, all the grunt work.
Just like they show on TV when they're doing filmmaking movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was working for a movie studio, and you want to connect with the studio executives, the producers, the directors, to get your foot in the door and scale those relationships. But when people ask me, why did you move to LA? I would say, I want to be a film producer. And I could see everybody's eyes glaze over because I was just one of a million people trying to do the same thing. So I had to take a step back and analyze, well, how can I provide the most amount of value to the higher up so I can build those relationships? And I noticed that every time we finished a film, a piece of content that we would spend tens of millions of dollars producing, and then we would spend tens of millions of dollars promoting, there would be a sense of anxiety that would come over the office, because it's different than any other business. You don't have years or decades to build a brand. You're literally taking this piece of content and you need hundreds of millions of people around the world to know about it in a matter of months. And I noticed at the time, they were still just so reliant on traditional advertising mediums like television, radio, print, things like that. And digital was just starting to reemerge after the dot-com bust, and social media was just coming on the scene.